Now we're live. What up, everybody?
Happy Sunday, whether it's 4 p.m. or 8 a.m., wherever you are. It's time for coffee in my book.
Christ, imagine it being 4 p.m.
I couldn't. My Sunday scaries would be at an all-time high. I'd be having a panic attack in my kitchen right now if it were 4 p.m.
Hope everybody's doing well today.
That's right. It's 4 p.m. somewhere. I am Comment Cop. We are all Comment Cop. Ooh. Somebody.
Ooh. Are we?
Somebody got to look.
I feel like I'm lagging.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
The music's too funky. The music is too funky for my camera.
Should take a couple tabs before this.
I wish.
Working with you.
Oh, Sunday. I hope you guys are all well. We are all Comment Cop. Listening to that Otis McDonald this morning. Lots to talk about. Let's see. We've got Vitaly getting arrested. I called this one our Clout Court episode because all these people are basically under the threat of arrest. or
wow. Oh, yeah.
Litigation somehow, threatened to go to court or sue or whatever the case may be. They're all getting in trouble with the law here, okay? So it's Clout Court today. Court is now in session, okay? And like I said, Vitaly got arrested in the Philippines. We got a little bit of that. We've got the Island Boys are back, baby, and they've got some drama. So look forward to all that fun.
Might have to add a little something to my coffee when we talk about that one, Danny.
They would join you in that, actually. I bet they add a lot to their coffee, those Island Boys.
I mean, keep them away from any unclosed cups, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not
covered drinks.
No way. Yeah. I was thinking more of an Irish coffee, not a one that's going to put me to sleep for 12 hours.
I like that. So yeah, new Island Boys drama. That'll be fun. Elon cries on stream and rage quits. Video games, that's fun. Kanye.
Just like me.
Yep, just like Kevin. Do you think you're better at video games than Elon?
Maybe.
I hope
From what I hear about his Overwatch skills, I think I would own him in some Overwatch.
I have confidence in you, Kevin. I think you could win.
Diva all day, man. You're not touching this.
So yeah, Elon cries. Kanye goes crazy yet again on Twitter. I mean, it's like basically every other week we get like a day where he spends 24 hours straight just like on the shitter. I don't know what that means for him. It must be like when you binge Galaxy Gas for a week straight, you like hit a crash day. You know what I mean? Like eventually you get to the end of your rope and like that means incredible diarrhea, like that you can't get off the toilet for an
Is that why it's Galaxy Gas? Look at that. 4 minutes in. And there we are with the poop joke. Boom. We got a quota to hit, gang.
Yeah, so gone off that gas, baby. Yeah, it's gone off that gas. And then also some Bowblax versus Diorio drama. This is going to be fun. You know, I guess this year it's been the same thing for Bowblax. It's like every other week it must be the same situation. Bowblax binges Galaxy Gas for a week and then spends a day on the shitter calling people out on Twitter.
Yeah, just keep a book in there. That's gang. Come on. You know, don't tweet. You shouldn't drink and tweet, and you probably shouldn't tweet from the bathroom. You know, just that's how you fall down when you try to stand up. You know, your leg goes numb. Now you're embarrassed for a lot of reasons.
I encourage the drink and tweet because that's the best kind of tweets that you can get. You know, I encourage that.
No.
But the shitter Twitter though, you are kind of, when you're doing the shitter Twitter, you're doom scrolling, you know, like, especially if you're staying in there for an extended period of time, you're like avoiding leaving the bathroom for some reason. That's the unnecessary Twitter that we should not be dealing with. You should only tweet from the
You should only tweet from the bathroom.
I mean,
and live stream.
I guess if your only Twitter interaction is when you're taking a shit, then that might be a good regulation there, you know? Get all the evil out at once.
Yeah, expel all those demons in one sitting. Headbug has a good strategy here. I don't even come into chat if I'm drinking. Too dangerous. 100%. Stay offline when you're drunk. All right. Unless you are Keemstar, in which case, fire away, pal.
It is interesting. It's like if I was giving genuine advice to like somebody, they're like, oh, I don't want to make a fool of myself. Don't drink and tweet or drink and talk or drink and text online, whatever. Drink and Discord. I'm sure that's a nightmare.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
But that's genuine advice. Like, that's advice that I would give a good friend. So Headbug, I guess, in that case, you know, don't drink and chat, but
just don't drink and phone at all, really. Like, when you're drunk, put your phone away. Like, what are you going to do? Hit up exes and make really bad decisions on social media?
Exactly.
There's no good thing that can happen. And then order $18 worth of Taco Bell, but have it cost you $35 because you're getting it delivered. Like, there's no good that can come from this.
We need a little chaos sometimes, though, Kevin. It's like, again, my friends, I would encourage don't, but my enemies, I encourage do, or just anybody other than my friends, please do drink and tweet. I'd love to see the fallout of all that. Drink and tweet, bitches. I love it. Or don't, you know. Kevin's probably right. Don't do it. But
yeah, you know.
But do it.
Red pill, blue pill. You know?
Exactly.
Choice is yours.
So yeah, lots of stuff to get to, but I guess for a soft intro here, there were some things that I just didn't really feel like delving entirely into that I figured we would just, you know, chat it up at the beginning about. And one of those things being, okay, before we get to what I originally was going to ask you about at the beginning, I had something happen to me this morning that I have to interject with.
Oh, God. Okay.
So I wake up very early for work, go in early. I mean, like, I've already been to work. I only do a half day on Sunday, but I've already been to work this morning. Okay. So I get up early, go in, and then I have to do a few trips, after I leave work. There's a few places I had to stop or whatever before I come home. And I was driving. Okay. So I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. This is one of the craziest things that I've seen driving besides like an actual wreck. Because I've seen crazy wrecks happen, you know. I've seen people swerve right into the fucking wall before. So it's like, I've seen some crazy wrecks. But this was not a wreck, fortunately, for this person. But it was definitely crazy, okay? So I'm going down. This is a big road. It's not a highway, but it's a big road, 2 lanes on both sides of a median going different directions. So Kevin might know this road. You guys obviously wouldn't, but Sawmill Road. And there's just a big grass median that goes down like the entire road. Okay. And on one side, it's 2 lanes going this way. One side, it's 2 lanes going that way. Okay. So I'm heading north. Okay. And I'm at a stoplight and it turns green. And that's when I was changing music on my phone or something when the light was red. So I was like looking down and I noticed that the light turns green. So I put my phone away. And as soon as I look up, I noticed there's a car coming down my side of the road. So like I said, there's a median in between. There is a car coming towards me, driving towards me. Okay, but it's quite a ways down. It's like down near where I'm going to turn off and get into the highway off of this 2-lane side of my road. But yes, he's coming down, okay, towards me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And you think like, okay, maybe they took a wrong turn or something, or like they're trying to cut over to like, there's a gas station over on my side. So I don't know if they like tried to make a weird cut over or something. I don't know.
Oh, doing some of that small town hillbilly stuff. Yeah.
Maybe.
It's a one way most of the time, brother. But, you know, I got a left turn to make here.
But anywho, I go, obviously. The light turns green. I'm going. He keeps coming towards me. And we like are approaching each other. He's coming straight at me. Okay. On my side of the road. And like, I'm obviously approaching slow because I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? And we get so close that I'm myself about to now get over, like off the road.
You're about to go into the middle. You're like, hang on.
Not into the median.
Park in the grass here.
I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go off to the side. You know, so this guy can do whatever he's doing. What the fuck? I don't know what
he's got the right of way. Whatever, pal, you win.
I'm gonna get out of this guy's way, but I didn't have to do that. But we're close enough to where that's where I'm approaching. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to fucking turn off the side of the road here. And he rips it, dude. Or she, I don't know. I didn't see who was in it. But they fucking must have noticed or woke up from the stupor or fucking whatever the case may be. But they fucking rip it, dude. And we're on the far lane, okay? If you can imagine this, I'm on the far lane. And he's in front of me coming the other direction. So he rips it hard to get out of my way and drives over the grass median and launches, dude. I'm not even kidding. He fucking hits this bitch and his front goes up. He goes up and over the median, through the median over, and keeps driving, bro. I see him in my rear view, like, because I'm turning off into the highway, so I didn't get a chance to like really observe, but he fucking ripped it, hit that median, ramped over, and got in the other lane and kept going. Bye.
Man, them Duke boys are at it again, which
what
is
the fuck,
a reference almost no one will understand, but it's accurate. That's pretty nuts, man. That's some real
this is 7 a.m.
That's what I mean, you expect to see, especially in Columbus, you expect to see that downtown on a one-way, like between 1 and 3 a.m. You expect to see that. And then you're like, oh, Spider just caught herself a fly. Somebody spent the night in the drunk tank, pal. Happens all the time. Way too many one-way streets in the city. But that one, and what a decision, you know, because admittedly, when you fall asleep at the wheel for a good 2 to 3 minutes, you might put yourself in a spot where now you have about an instant to react. So a couple of things could have happened there. Could have tried to whip the quick UE on the actual road and get headed in the right direction. Could have pulled off to either side. You know, could have potentially just gone into that median and figured it out from there. But I, for one, love the idea of we're going to fucking punch it and leapfrog into the other side of the street. Because I assume, knowing those busy roads like I do, Danny, even at 7 a.m., like, there was a few cars on the road, I imagine.
Other people saw this. Like I was at the front of the line for the light or whatever. So I was the one. Now I'm being doxxed. But,
yes.
I was at the front of the line at the light. So there were like 3 cars behind me and another car in the other lane, you know? So like, I think that's part of the reason why he ripped it so hard was because there was another person in the lane beside me going straight. So he he couldn't just get over in that lane. He had to go over again or else he's gonna run right into another car.
I'd love to watch this guy play like Frogger or something on a. Do you imagine what a?
He might be competitive though. If you're that good,
right? The risk taker, man. That's wild. I wonder, at that point, did you switch songs to the Drive soundtrack for the rest of the way home?
Right? I'm just like fucking. I'm into racing for the rest.
Yeah,
of the
you just got tick of the clock playing for the next 12 minutes. Just like, yeah, I'm ready.
I'm ready for anything now. Oh goodness! So that was my morning, but was his car wrecked? Yeah, I didn't really get a chance to like see how the car was afterwards, but like I didn't see immediately any like bumpers or like shrapnel or anything. I didn't see anything fly up and off. He like it was as far as you could, like it was a pretty good Dukes of Hazzard style event. Like the only thing is that he had to I keep saying he, like it was a dumbass guy. It was probably a dumbass guy.
I mean, it probably was.
The only, like if it was
I mean, I could see a woman doing that, being like, oopsie.
Well, like a woman is capable of driving that badly. Let me be clear. I just think that a lady might not be ballsy enough. And ballsy enough is the wrong way to put it. Stupid enough to whip it right in front of two cars heading in their direction to then ramp over the median. Like if it was a lady that did that, I would say it's probably on accident. Like she was like, ah! But a guy, like, see, maybe I'm being sexist because I'm like, maybe. A guy though, if it was a guy, that was talented. He just totally hillbilly Dukes of Hazzard in it. So I mean, maybe I'm being.
See, I could see a lady doing that and then blame it on the constellations in the sky or whatever. Like, oh, sorry,
my astrology sign.
Yeah,
made me drive
sorry, I'm an asparagus. Sorry, that's Venus is in retrograde. My bad, dog.
You're an asparagus, huh?
Yeah, that's one, right? Isn't it?
In it, bruv.
But no, I think one of two things, Danny. That was either a very decaffeinated young man, or it was a bald-headed guy wearing a cross and a wife beater who was just looking out for his family.
Yeah, right. In fact, whoever it was, when they ramped and got back on the road, their passengers like, "What the fuck was that?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, what an asshole, right? That guy fucking sucked."
Yeah, we're all looking for the guy who did this. Anyways, okay. The thing that I actually wanted to ask you about, that I've done zero research on, this is just gossipy bullshit, okay? That we're gonna be bullshitting about here at the top. So what happened to there's crazy shit. It must be like, you're right, Venus must be in retrograde or something, because there's this weird trend I seen, or at least two different stories. What kind of trend is that? But I saw two different stories involving 90s musicians. Okay, so we're both familiar with Weezer and Linkin Park, correct? Yep.
Of course,
dude. big part of my formative years. Take me back to the 8th grade.
So in a different kind of traffic, not the kind where you jump the median and on the road there, like I was just talking about, but trafficking human beings. Okay.
Oh.
So
yeah, that one's worse. Yeah.
The Linkin Park thing, interestingly enough, I guess Chester Bennington, the dude, that was his name, right? The guy that passed, right. The lead singer. Chester, I know for sure, is his first name, something like that. But he passed, and I guess before he passed, this thing that's been surfacing that I've been seeing a lot of different people talking about, including Kanye, who we'll see later. But I saw Kanye tweet some shit about this too. I guess that Chester was involved in some like anti-human trafficking stuff. Like trying to stop trafficking of humans before he died. And there's a conspiracy that he died because someone was upset with what he was doing, the activism. Okay.
Well, that would never happen here in America, Danny.
No.
Yeah, what is it's not some third world country where we like journalists die or like people who cook meals for the president or president's former lawyers. Like we would never. Once again, guys, Danny's a great swimmer. Always very awake while driving. And I've never known him not to change his fire alarms or if there was some kind of gas leak in his house. Everything's always very up to date. So question the official story whenever it comes out.
Exactly. But no, I guess that's the vibes that Chester's kids are having now. Okay, because it was just like a conspiracy theory thing I saw floating around. Just people make up the fucking craziest shit all the time. People still think Elvis is alive. It's like whatever.
That's right.
But I've seen people talk about it, and Kanye obviously talk about it. That's whatever. But then I saw a clip of Chester's like oldest kid being like, at first I thought that it was crazy when I heard this. And then the more I thought on it and sat on it and heard about it, what other people think, I think my dad might have been taken out by somebody, and now he's going to investigate. And I saw this as it was like a TikTok or something that he had done and shared, and I saw it on Twitter. So, I mean, this is why I love to talk to you about these things, Kevin, because I think I can kind of predict where your head's going to go in these certain situations. But he did it as a TikTok. Oh, my dad's death might not have been exactly what you thought. So now I'm investigating. Tune in for my next TikTok.
Tune in for my next TikTok as we investigate a 12-year-old conspiracy theory. Yeah, this was an interesting one to me, Danny. It's funny that this one's finally hitting the mainstream. I guess that's what happens when most of your advertisers on Twitter are just people paying money to shove their conspiracy theories down your throat. But I've been hearing this one honestly since it happened. I think the big piece of evidence from the conspiracies that a lot of times they were trying to say that Chester was like John Podesta's kid, and that the reason he was into this stuff is because he was a victim of it, and that's why he was trying to silence it, and that's why, or bring it to light, and that's why he was silenced. So I don't know. There was a time where I probably would laugh at a bunch of this stuff and be like, yeah, I don't know, it's probably crazy, probably a little kooky, but it just does seem like almost any time there's some weird conspiracy, about 30 years later, the White House declassifies it and says, you know what? You guys are absolutely right. That's exactly what happened.
Except for that Epstein shit.
Yeah, except, well, there's a lot of phony stuff about that one. Okay, a lot of lies, a lot of people, a lot of good people who might be falsely implicated because they, I don't know, bought some of the evidence, bought the plane. That's just, we just JFK, Rob Kennedy, MLK. Malcolm X. We focused on really important ones.
I love the excuse they always say is like, so many people.
Who?
Okay, big planes got rented out all the time. Okay, billionaires and millionaires each other's planes all the time. Okay, just because Trump and his whole family were on an Epstein plane doesn't mean that he's a chomo. Okay, right?
Just like Robbie Kennedy, right? I was there with my family because we had run over a bear in our rental car, and we couldn't get back to the States, so I just got a charter on Lolita Express and brought my children with me. So Yeah. What a weird story. What a weird guy you are, Rob.
This isn't real, is it?
Don't name your children Robert. If I can give anybody one piece of advice, do never name your son Robert. All right?
Yeah, every Bob I've known is a nut job.
Fucking weird, dude.
But Epstein was still alive when Chester died, dude. It was him.
Ooh, there it was.
It was him, dude.
That's when he wrote Crawling, probably right after he met Epstein. He's like, God, that dude made my skin crawl.
Yeah, you're onto something there. You're onto something there. But that's not it though. Okay. It doesn't stop at Lincoln Park. Okay. Weezer is in the heat this week too. Well, not necessarily Weezer, but this story with the Weezer thing is just so weird. It's like it really has nothing to do with Weezer, obviously, the band, other than one of the bandmates' wife got into some shit. Okay. So I read through this story briefly. Like I said, this is just one we're shooting the shit about. So it is what it is. But okay. So what I wrote down for this, Weezer guy's wife got shot by a cop. Okay. So one of the Weezer members, his wife got shot by a cop. And from how the article read, okay, the cops were chasing after a hit and run person. Okay. So somebody got in a hit and run and then escaped from their car and started running through like backyards and shit to get away. All right. Now, this was not the Weezer person that did this, as far as I know. It wasn't the Weezer person that got in the hit and run. Okay. So some rando got in a hit and run, started running away from their car or whatever, and was being pursued. And they ran into the Weezer guy's neighbor's yard. Okay. So they got into they were chased into the neighbor's yard.
Yep.
And I guess this commotion brought the Weezer wife out, brandishing boogie style. Okay. Like, what up, motherfuckers? What's going on? And because people were in her backyard, which I mean, fair enough. Okay. Right. You like, what's going on out here? And then you go outside and it's the cops. It's the cops chasing after, this hit and run person. And so they're like, oh, yo, it's the cops. Like, put the gun down. And she's like, oh, hell no. What's going on? Who's up in this bitch? Now, obviously, I'm dramatizing, but she's like, motherfuckers, let's get out of my backyard. And they fucking sniped that bitch.
Just like Ruby Ridge all over again. This is exactly how they killed Bill Cooper, by the way. Okay. Since we're here, I don't believe all of this. I don't believe this official story. What does Mrs. Rivers know? Mrs. Cuomo knows something. They're coming after her. This is ridiculous.
But yeah, they had a sniper perched somewhere to get that hit and run person, and instead they had to take aim at the Weezer wife.
Gotta love that escalation of force. We've got a hit and run. By all accounts, the damage has been done because the person is no longer in their car, which is what they use to do the damage. So let's bring out the guns while we chase this guy. Very smart. I'm sure this woman looked exactly like their suspect too, which is why the professionals, were unable to have a conversation without shooting her. It's very good. I love it when trained. Yeah, of course. Well, what are they supposed to be trained for it, Danny? Are they supposed to be trained for these high stress situations and know how to potentially talk a suspect down? Like, why would they do that when they can just fucking shoot him and then ask questions? Why would you bother using your adult voice when you have a vest on? She didn't have a vest. Fuck her. Get out of my yard. This is the state's yard, lady.
If we were I think we should do this more often. I should just take like not an inconsequential story, and we should just like completely retell it in our own version at the top.
Yes.
False and dramatized. I'd like to think that she came out with a fucking shotgun and she's like,
yeah, Terminator style.
Which one of you pigs wants it first, bitch? You best be getting out of my yard.
She come out here and said 1776 will commence again if you don't get out of my neighbor's yard. What would probably happen was she was like, where's he at, boys? Let me help you. She was probably like, there's a criminal out here. You know?
Yeah.
Is he coming after my husband's hash pipe? Ooh,
like,
there it is.
I'm about to take these motherfuckers. What's the? Don't they have a sweater song?
Yeah, you're about to.
He's after the sweater collection.
He's the
Where's
one
he
who
at?
undid my sweater, you son of a bitch. I used to feel safe in the garage.
I'm about to start the Red album this time, motherfuckers. First song on the list is Your
Pork
Obituary. All right, so there you go, folks. You got caught up with the '90s musicians, okay? Weezer, all the members of Weezer are now divorced because their wives are shooting cops. So now's your chance. If you ever thought that that lead singer of Weezer was a good-looking guy, you know, I heard that his wife just got shot and sent to jail. So
watch, it was him doing the hit.
It wasn't
and run.
her.
Like it was all a ruse. He's like, this is the only way I can get rid of my wife.
It was like the bassist's wife, so it's even like further removed. It's not even the lead singer. So,
so she should have known better. She should have known.
Should have known better.
I'm not famous enough to come out here and tell the cops what to do.
You don't know who I am?
Next time, call Rivers. All right.
You don't know who I am? I am the wife of the bassist of Weezer. Excuse me. Like, wait, Weezer, like, it's like a 20-year-old cop. He's like, I've never heard.
What?
I'm sorry, I don't know what language you're speaking, man.
Lil Wayne? You're married to Lil Wayne? That's crazy.
Right. It's like, oh, like the lollipop guy. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, even that's probably too dated.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There you go.
My husband's playing at the state fair this weekend. Do you know who I am?
Oh, goodness gracious. That's right, dude. Did I ever tell you this? Bowling for Soup, the legendary Bowling for Soup band, 1985. Is that the song? 1985. Stacy.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, Bowling for Soup performed at my hometown at our county fair.
What year was that? Like 2016?
It was way before that.
Oh, okay. They weren't. I was about to say far over the hill they were at that point.
I was about to say that it was when I before I graduated, but then I followed it up with way before that. I mean, I don't want to give my age away too much. Okay, I'm not that old, folks. But no, it was like it had to be like 2007, maybe 2006, 5, somewhere around there. Yeah, before they were completely
a big deal, dude.
Before they were completely washed up, you know.
V-Dub saw them live and someone kept shouting Ohio until the lead singer got fed.
Wait, are they from here or something? Or do they have a song?
I just like the idea that people in other countries are just yelling Ohio because we are kind of a meme state. So I just love that. To me, that's more fun. Is just people in other countries like Ohio. Yeah, dude.
Well, think about it. We're probably one of the more said states around the world because even in Japan, Ohio is a word that they use. It's like hey or something. It's like a good morning or something.
Oh,
so think about it. Ohio some people are saying Ohio every day that don't in Japan. You know what I mean?
That's cool, man. That's dope.
There isn't a song called Ohio by Bowling for Soup. See, I should have known that. Being such a diehard Bowling for Soup fan.
Come on, dude. You're gonna have to trade in your top fan badge online. I'm gonna tell them. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Oh, Ohio is good morning, and good morning to you,
Ohio. Kauai.
That's
what did I say? Baka. You're a baka. You baka.
Ooh. Sounds like
it means you're stupid or something.
Sounds like a foreign menace villain in wrestling like 30 years ago. Look out for Ubaka. He doesn't talk. He just wears face paint.
So let's get into some actual news here. What do we want to check out first?
Real stuff here now, gang.
The real of the real. We got a half an hour. I feel like this is a good time. We'll cover the bigger stories in the second half. Let's just get this Bowblax stuff out of the way because I am interested by this just slightly, okay?
Oh, fair enough.
So we're finally at this point where, look, and I said it multiple times already when we talked about this Bowblax shit. It's like, I want somebody to let him speak.
Let me speak.
Exactly. Except no one is like not letting him speak. He's just not doing it. Okay. This whole Twitter warrior fucking nonsense is not working out for him, in my opinion. Okay. Every time, I know he's just like trying to be himself on Twitter or whatever. Every time he posts anything, especially if he tries to be controversial at all, he's getting destroyed, slammed. People are fucking owning him in every aspect. And the narrative is certainly shifted to just he's becoming a law cow, like, at a very rapid pace. If you didn't already think he was, it's like,
oh, he graduated from me a long time ago, but yeah,
right. I mean, it's just getting worse. Then the downward spiral is happening. And, I don't know if he necessarily deserves it. Maybe he does, but, he's not making it any better for himself. Like he wants to deny all these things that other people are saying about him, but they keep giving evidence to the contrary of everything that he says. And he only sticks to this Twitter warrior bullshit. I haven't seen him go live and like explain. He needs to go live, explain all this, Mr. Manchi, from that to this fucking controversy with his close friends online, like Augie and Diorio and blah, blah, blah. And like this, obviously, controversy that we're about to get into just furthers all that. He just needs to get online and like say exactly what his narrative is. Get it out there from his voice. Maybe he needs to argue with some of these motherfuckers like Diorio. I don't know, but we'll start here. Okay.
Ooh.
Other than me just continue blah, 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 yapping. Headbug says he thinks because he says it's immediately true, but he keeps lying. He can't help himself. He needs to help himself. Like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. He can't help himself. He needs to. He needs to help himself. And if all this shit, there are all these Goombas, okay? All these goobers like Diorio or whoever else, all these detractors that are going to bust his balls no matter what. If they aren't speaking the truth for real, then he needs to fucking set the record straight, give his side, give his evidence, and let it be out there, and then people can take, can believe who they want to believe, I guess. But at least like his full story could be out there somehow, but he doesn't do that yet. I don't know why, but Yeet, who is normally like the Twitter account that I see doing like more Twitch shit, Hassan pieces and stuff, like streamer related dramas they like to keep track of over at Yeet. Well, the commentary community, I guess, is getting lumped in there, which is cool. It's funny to see Yeet make these posts. But he says, we've got some YouTube commentary community drama brewing. Bowblax made allegations that Nicholas Diorio is the man behind Comment Cop. The account on Twitter, Comment Cop. Other accounts such as Dark Viper AU backed Bowblax. Diorio denies these allegations and claims Bowblax is just making shit up. Okay.
What a tag team. Dark Viper AU and Bowblax are on the case. God,
well,
look at
that
photo.
He's got the squad of the people behind him.
He looks like he just saw fire for the first time in his cave. He's just like, huh? What is that? He's hitting the fire with a stick because he thinks it might hurt him.
I have to admit that Bowblax's company that he's keeping here. I mean, if he's getting lumped in with all these guys, I don't even know who that fucking Afro dude is. Is that Technicals dude or something? I don't know.
I thought that was Red Foo from the Party Rockin' guys.
From LMFAO.
There we go. Thank you.
That is him. You're right. And fuck that guy, by the way. So seriously. But
it's on and popping, Danny.
Comment Cop says the best part about people believing that I'm Nicholas Diorio is this entire rogues gallery of redacteds coming out to confirm how much this account bothers them. And then Bowblax, I will heart every single post on every side of every controversy on Twitter. Okay, baby. If people are arguing on Twitter, I'm liking every single fucking post between all of them because I want to encourage every ounce of arguing back and forth that can possibly
a little bit of an instigator, huh? Yeah. Okay.
I certainly do. I certainly do that on purpose. But so the controversy now, and obviously I just read all that from Yeet. Bowblax is claiming that this account, Comment Cop, which has been around for a long time, I've seen it post a bunch. It does the same kind of posts as like Yeet does a lot. It's just like more commentary centric, commentary community centric shit. He's always busting somebody's balls in commentary community. But yeah, that is Diorio's other account. Okay. And I have some of Bowblax's tweets here. Let me pull this up. And it all stems from different dramas and shit. It's so funny how convoluted it is. So this is what started the drama here. Bowblax says it's been over 3 years and Nicholas Diorio is still tweeting about Zero on his secret alt account. Okay, so this is the accusation started, where the accusation started here. VDub says he made videos about Twitter arguments, yet he sucks at them. That's what you just had pulled up there. I mean, like, I just feel, I don't even really feel like that. I don't feel like necessarily that he sucks at arguing or even any of his points. I'm not even saying that any of his points don't make sense. Like, he says some things that make sense. Sure, fine. On Twitter, I don't care. It's just some takes that he has about things. But since everybody hates him now, he's never going to win in that arena. You know what I mean? Like, he just gets embarrassed. He just needs to stop with the Twitter post and get out there and say your piece yourself, I think. I think it'd just be better for him, but I don't know.
Yeah, but then how's he going to get that dopamine rush from all the Twitter likes?
I just don't think that he's getting that reception. Like, I mean, I'm liking every post that he does because I want
like 300 there. Yeah, it's not what it was, huh? Yeah, but I mean,
what it was. I don't know. You could be right. I mean, this is all he gets now. He's still grasping at
drug addicts,
Yeah.
The high ain't the same, but they're still addicted to it.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It would be the only thing that I could say, just based on the overall pattern of behavior. I would say it's just sort of like he can't help himself. He really wants that attention and is content. I get. Also, I feel like he's probably maybe a little manic when he's doing this stuff.
Maybe. I mean, that's what I want to know.
Like, just all impulse control is out the window. It seems like, I don't know. Like,
that's what I want to know.
V-Dub put it the best. As a guy who used to cover these types of meltdowns, you would think he would know.
Yeah, navigate it a bit better.
To get away from it. He would have some idea, like how many times. But I mean, that's part of everyone's issue with him, isn't like how big of a hypocrite he is. Remember how quick he turned on Tipster, his alleged friend? Like, he has kind of revealed himself over the years through his behavior to be just a complete fucking hypocrite. So it doesn't surprise me that he doesn't know how to navigate situations that he used to get paid to navigate for other people. It's not as easy, I guess, when all you're doing is mispronouncing people's names. And I did enjoy anytime he would read something in all caps. That one would get me. But yeah, I can't understand how he did what he did for so long and is just this bad at it. You would think he would know at the least to just shut up, because I'm not without playing devil's advocate. I don't necessarily disagree with Danny on the side of, yeah, dude, go do a stream so people can talk about it. I think if we're doing the what's in your best interest, if we're going back to the old don't drink and tweet, I think the best thing really for Josh would be to take a complete year off, stay offline.
Yeah. I mean, I agree
and
with that.
Figure yourself out, dude. Get your own shit together and stop looking out here for validation, because you're not going to find it. And even if you do, it's going to be very transactional, and it's just going to wait for the next time you fuck it up. Because again, you have a pattern of fucking it up for yourself. So maybe just get out and take some time, dude. Just go away.
It's interesting too. People take issue with the kind of shit that Bowblax seems to like. He's certainly not tweeting all the time anymore. And like one of the instances where he decides to come out and say something is something like this. And, it might be valid to say like, it's been over 3 years since the drama, and allegedly Nick DiOrio is still going on about it. But, it's like, he's apparently this whole story with the Zero guy, which he is talking about specifically here, is that he's some kind of pedo groomer guy talking to 14-year-olds, telling them to do stuff with ice cubes and shit. So this exact post,
Jesus Christ.
So the drama that Bowblax is looking at here and talking about is drama about some kind of pedophile. It's like, who cares how many times they bring up or clown on the pedophile guy? Who cares? It's a weird criticism to make. I think a lot of people are saying, like, why is this the thing that you're going to come out and start talking about? And I agree, because this gives everybody a chance to make him look like a fool. I don't understand. I guess I get that he's being himself. He's just being Bowblax. This is something that he would say naturally, I guess. But like, you're making everything worse for yourself. So I think that, yeah, Kevin might be right that just unplug for a while would be a better thing. But yeah, I mean, like, I just don't think that he's going to do that. He's not going to unplug. He's not going to like stop and get a real job. He wants to salvage this whole thing that he's done online. And if that's the route that I mean, that's what I think he wants to do. And if that's the route he's going to go, then he needs to do what I was saying and just like fucking go live, tell the story, tell everything about the Manchi, tell everything about your side hustle OnlyFans. Okay. Explain the situation in your own sane words, explain all this shit, all these dramas you're getting into. Explain how you know that DiOrio is comment cop. Okay. Even if you don't want to leak your DMs or share your private messages or whatever that could prove it. Because I understand that people give criticism for that kind of thing too. Oh, you don't share DMs and stuff. That's fine. That's fine. But you can go live and explain the whole thing instead of tweeting about it a bunch and getting owned. Just go live. Say your piece. I don't know. That's my take.
And then get out, because I would say, yeah, if you're coming out to make takes like that, because it's not doing you any favors, because the expiration date on making fun of pedophiles is extremely long. You don't believe me? Just look up TCAP in YouTube and you will find we aren't the only ones who like to occasionally play a game of bingo at their expense. All right. Well, I mean, we might actually be the only ones doing the bingo thing specifically,
right?
But tons of people have gotten many episodes of quality entertainment at the expense of a degenerate diddler. And wow, this is what AI does now, huh?
Whew. This is grounds for us. This fucking shit. This shit. This is grounds for complete removal. All
Damn.
all AI must be destroyed. Burn it down. Okay. Oh my God. It's actually so. It's too much. It's too good. It's gotten too good. I can't look at it. Okay, enough. We're good. But this was Comment Cop's response, okay? Next lie by Dioria/Comment Cop is going to be saying that my first tweet is somehow me defending Zero. So he's trying to get out ahead of it. He's like, hey, I'm not trying to defend pedophile. I'm just saying that Dioria is still talking about the pedophile, and that's weird. That's the criticism, I guess. Not defending the pedophile. I'm criticizing Diorio for still talking about a pedophile 3 years later. Okay. But he wants to get ahead of all that. I'm not defending a pedophile, he says. And then, yeah, that's that whole video was Comment Cop's response there.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. If you got to start a post with "I'm not defending a pedophile," it's time to take a break, dude.
Yeah, maybe you should be posting about
rethink your whole strategy here. You shouldn't find yourself in positions where you have to lead with, "Look, I'm not trying to defend the pedophiler." All right, just abort mission, sir. Or Miss Manshi, which I'm sorry, my apologies, was not intentional.
Exactly, yeah, with the pronouns, whatever they are. But then that Michael Alberta dude, which he's got his own controversy, he tweeted this with the AI, fixed it for you. The AI Diorio there, way accurate. But then I thought it was funny if we go down here. There, I'm not going to show you whoever that muted account is, but Technicals, one of those guys that's defending Bowblax here. He says, pretty accurate how the commentary community's best soldier is some fat guy who blocks everyone, commissions himself looking skinnier, and runs from debates. Only impact he's had the last 5 years has been on his knees and ankles. So,
that's another fat joke. That's what that was. Okay, I got you.
Bowblax is now united with everyone that likes to make fat jokes about Nicholas Diorio. They'll take a second and they'll stop being transphobic or whatever, or like homophobic or whatever you want to call it with Bowblax. They'll stop that for a second because they're like, well, we can make a Diorio fat joke.
Fat. Whatever you say, fatty.
Fat.
Shut up.
I like a fat joke every now and again.
Some real kick streamer levels of humor, Danny. That is a little bit of foreshadowing for what I assume will be a second half topic. But we're gonna see somebody else who likes to just make the best, most thought-provoking jokes all the time.
If anyone makes the Papa Gut Comment Cop video style there of me and Kevin fucking kissing and sends that to me, I'm suing you.
I'm suing you.
There's some legal action
for defamation. All right, exactly. I'm gonna finally come to mend the fences between Ethan Klein. I'm gonna reach out to Ethan, and we're gonna fucking sue the shit out of you.
I'm gonna tell him that you're a terrorist supporting bitch, and that we need to scrub you from the internet, and we will.
I'm gonna go after your sponsors.
Exactly, you'll be done. Okay, don't ever. One more thing before we take the halftime break. Okay, that is your Bowblax Law Cow catch up, and we've given our piece there. But let's check in on the other Law Cows. Okay, and by the way, my invite still stands, Bowblax. If you want to come on and share your story and your piece, we will give you a platform to speak, and we will at least. We'll let you speak at least. Okay, we might criticize and speak our truths here because that's what we do at the Clout Route. But we will certainly let you speak. Okay, what you're always screaming about, we would love to let you speak, and I'd love to hear your real truths there. But enough of that, Law Cow. Let's move on to the other Law Cows, okay?
Light them up.
Wings of Redemption finally faces his punishment for shoving his wife 2 weeks ago. She gets to slam him through a table. Let me pull this up here. Now, we're going to watch this a couple times, and then I want to know what you think, Kevin.
She's got to get those shoulders down if she wants to pin.
More time. One more time.
Wow.
By God. I've seen more exciting things at a Bills game.
More time. One more time.
Excellent.
She should have jumped down on him from the couch. That would have done it. And honestly, they probably could have gimmicked the table a little better.
Wings is so
but I don't doubt them for thinking they wouldn't need to gimmick a table to put wings through it. I might have made the same mistake. I'd been like, oh yeah, that thing's not going to support him anyway.
They should have asked Superhuman for help. Yeah. They Juggalo dude to
fuck this shit.
You should have. Yeah, they should have fucking wrapped barbed wire around Superhuman and have him do a body slam on fucking Wings' big fat gut.
I really would have loved to just
He's
see her
so
stand
fat,
on the
dude. I'm
couch,
sorry.
point to the sky before she drops that elbow on him. You know, just that would have been good. This seems very lolcow, contrived,
cow for sure.
Low effort, very low effort, a low energy skit. Okay, these guys, they don't even put effort into their drama anymore. It's manufactured. Might as well be made in China.
Like
no effort.
If you're gonna actually like reciprocate or like get even, we're talking about like get even with what happened. She like get in her car or something and like ram into him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like, the force has to be equal. Like hit him with a golf cart. Yeah,
exactly, like a golf cart. Because you don't want to go like 60 and fucking run him over. But I mean, the kind of force that happened with her, she was like folded quick. She got slammed. Like this, he's like laying on a table and she's like, "Ooh." She's like flopping on him. And then he finally falls under their fucking collective like 700 pounds of weight. Like, this is so stupid. And honestly, I have to admit, like, as fun as Fat Camp was, it seems like such a fucking like, that is like, you get to the top of the mountain and you look down and you're like, oh, it's beautiful here and there's so much. And then somehow somebody came and shoved us off the top and we're back at the bottom because Fat Camp was like the best of that lolcow I think can be. Like that's like the peak that it's ever going to be. And this is so bad. This is so bad. Like, this isn't funny in any way, her flopping on him on this fucking table or body slamming him. I know they're like giggling and they all think it's cute or whatever. But like, as an actual viewer, like if you thought it was exciting when he barreled through and almost knocked Keemstar out and then body slammed his wife, like if that's what really juiced you on lolcow, this is nothing. This is nothing. Like, she'd have been better off, like, tasing him or something. Or, like, I don't know. Like, this is the dumbest, most, like, nothing burger of a response to that whole situation.
Well, it just shows how dumb Keemstar is that he continues to kind of luck into some viral moments. But this is like when they had King Cobra JFS on their podcast and they just talked to him about wands for an hour because they're too dumb to know how to get anything interesting out of a situation. Like even this is as gross as the whole thing is, Danny. Right? Like this is on the same par of having boogie fake cancer. Like this is some real degenerate, morals have checked out a long time ago. If Kelly can get paid from this whole thing, I guess good for her. But the rest of them should all, I would say they should be ashamed, but shame left the chat a long time ago with this group. It's boring. I would rather watch another stream of Kelly reviewing all of her McDonald's Happy Meal toys than I would while Wings just bitches about the audio quality and tries to tell her how to talk into the microphone. He's just ruining it the whole time. But even that, watching her just go through her cheap plastic toys was more entertaining than seeing this.
Well, the whole thing with this is they need to give up this whole like half measures, like treating them like actual. I'm sorry. I'm maybe going to say some controversial things right now, but
Ooh.
The whole treating them like actual human beings should be out the window. Okay? The one guy fakes cancer. One guy body slams his wife. Okay? Keemstar, there's a number of things you could criticize him for or whatever. The morals are out the window. Okay? The treating them with some kind of decency should not be involved in the writing of the show anymore. Why are we doing something like, oh, she's going to jump on him on the table? Okay. Like when he body slams his wife, the response should be like exactly what I was saying. Hit him with a fucking golf cart. Fucking, I don't know, fucking pepper spray his dumb ass. Like he should be getting like, it should be a spectacle, the retaliation here. He should be going like through jackass skits for their punishments, you know? I think that's honestly a funny, if they scripted it, you know, I feel like that would be a funny dynamic. Let them do something like scripted, but horrendous, like spousal abuse or lying about cancer or whatever. Let them do something horrendous and then meet that with like the most fucked up response, you know? That should be the way that they're writing this thing, right? That'd be the entertaining part of it. They did something super fucked up and now we're gonna fucking, you know, launch him, bungee jump him in one of those fucking those porta potties like they did Steve-O with the shit or whatever, you know? They'd need a lot of fucking bungee cords to launch Wings' fat ass, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get this is a waste of everybody's time. This whole fucking, they set up the picnic table in the living room and on webcam, she's gonna fucking jump on him in the middle of the living room. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, it's at one point, I don't know if it's become their own subconscious, like they just know that everyone's here to laugh at how essentially useless they all are. And so they just naturally go to like, what's the most boring, stupid thing I could do? So that because everyone that's watching me, everyone that's giving me money is doing it just to feel better about themselves. So I guess I'll just be as pathetic as possible.
Right.
I mean, is that just like, has that become part of it? Are they aware of that thought process, or do they just naturally kind of fall into it because that's where the money is? But I do agree with you. If you're gonna stoop to this level, you could have at least been entertaining about it. That was so lame. I come to expect nothing less or more from Keemstar, though, at this point. I mean, he's gone. He's fried.
Bad. Like honestly, they come up with this like kernel of a good idea, but Keemstar does not have any. I mean, it has to be the case. He doesn't have the capacity to be like, to continue to be entertaining. Okay. He can be entertaining in certain circumstances. Okay. Sometimes it's funny to have Keemstar in the situation somehow, but like, he just can't maintain. He can't create a storyline for this shit, or whoever is fucking designing this in the background or whatever, or like coming up with the shit they do. They suck. Like there's somebody out there that has way more of an imagination for this and would make such a better show and a better direction for their fucking goofy ass show. It's such a failure. It's like Dollar Tree fucking effort. That's how I feel. It's that kind of effort. It's like none of them actually want to put in, like Keem probably doesn't want to put in the money, and none of them want to put in the time because they're actual lol cows and they're fat and lazy. So none of them actually want to do any of the work. I think that's really what it comes down to, honestly.
Dude, 2 hours a day. It's a hard gig, man.
They need a separate entity to wrangle all of them, okay? They need a separate entity to be like, no, this is what you guys are doing. We're putting you here. Because when it comes to them putting in the effort to like make the show entertaining or do things, first off, of course, they're going to do dumb things. Like Wings is probably like, well, my punishment should be she can slam me through a table like I slammed her. Yeah, because they're just fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So like all of them are not capable of directing this show properly. They need to all just be fucking the actors, the talent, I guess. Whatever.
The talent is a friendly way of putting it. Yes. Headbug says they need a farmer. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. They need
but they don't need to be involved either.
They need a rancher. They need a wrangler. It's almost as if, they need a couple of bald dudes to go ahead and be lol cow wranglers. All right. You know what I'm saying? Go in there and really stir shit up.
They do. They need somebody to write them a decent fucking script, something entertaining. If they're going to do this wrestling shtick where it's all fucking fake or whatever, then they need somebody to actually write something entertaining. Seriously, get Jerry Springer, jackass, up in this bitch with these fat idiots.
And don't give these dummies creative control. Like Wings and Boogie have lost the ability to be able to say, that doesn't work for me, dog. It's like, I don't give a shit, bro. You should be working at the spring factory with Hawk Tua right now. You will do what you're fucking told, Jordy. And what is it, Steven? Francis, whatever. Like, y'all, dude. I can only imagine the kind of shit Keem Price says to them backstage behind closed doors, but it's nothing to what they would deal with if they were working with me, dude. I would be like, listen here, you two useless pieces of shit. You will do everything I say the moment I say it, because without me, you're putting the fries in the bag, bro. I mean, even with him, they'll still be putting the fries in the bag eventually.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, dude. What a show. What a universe. I'm very glad to be on this earth at the same time as these people. It's like watching history unfold.
Yeah, they do. Headbug's onto something. They need a farmer, but honestly, it doesn't need to be fucking a Diorio or a fucking Mudahar or whatever. Like, these guys are too close to the source, I feel like.
I think they need someone literally behind the scenes, someone who is invested in making their show better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not going to go do their own live stream earlier to do other stuff. Like, just an actual fucking producer, okay? Someone to tell them, hey, too many poop and butt jokes this episode.
Exactly.
All right? They need a Poland Spring. That's what they need.
They do. I mean, imagine the torture that these fucking big fat losers would go through if Poland Spring, executive producer of the Clout route, was on the case. I mean, they would be like, this would be some criminal shit, criminal levels of shit that going on. She would do some starvation tactics or whatever, torture, Guantanamo Bay shit style shit that she would be doing on them. Okay. It would be a nightmare for them. And it would be the most entertaining thing you've ever seen, seeing them get tortured. I mean, honestly, that's what it should fucking be, dude. These scumbag human beings, they're the lowest of the low. I mean, I can't even have sympathy for these fucking losers anymore because they've done so much bad shit. Okay. Wings, Boogie, and kind of Keem, but Wings and Boogie especially have proven that they're scum of the earth. They don't deserve any fucking half measures. They should be getting tortured live for our viewing pleasure. That's what it should be. In order for it to be funny, anything less than that is stupid.
I mean, you're not wrong about the entertainment value of as much of it, too. Like, there's not much you can get out of these guys at this point. Headbug's going to volunteer. I think that could work, too. I think she would be a very efficient tormentor of the cows. So that's a good call. Keem is behind it all. That's why it's so bad. Yeah, that's why it's not great.
Why have they not got, like, branded yet? Or fucking cattle prod tortured. They're cows, for God's sake. Like, we're not going to do any of the classic cow bits, Imagine how much fun they could have on a farm. That's what they should do. They should get Keem to get them out on the farm. And let's treat them like, here's a bit. You guys can have this one for free.
Ooh, there you go.
Find a local farm, go on the farm, and Boogie and Wings get to be cows for the day, okay? A day in the life of a cow, and they literally have to live with the fucking cows for an entire day. Film yourself a skit, edit it down. You got a nice little package to deliver to your fans. Okay, imagine fucking somebody getting down there and milking Boogie like they do the cow or whatever. Or they fucking they're herding the cows and they got to get behind them with the little shockers, and fucking Wings and Boogie are getting to keep them up with the rest of the cows to herd them. You're about ready to ship them off to get butchered up. You hit them with the brand. Okay. I want Wings and Boogie both to get fucking burnt brands on their ass. Like Bam Margera did in Jackass, dude. They should get 2 dicks on their ass cheeks. Torture them.
I think Wings should get the Wendy's logo and Boogie should get the Mountain Dew logo. And they should get them like right on the neck, or something, one of those bad spots, like a really bad spot for it where there's really no way you can hide it. People just see it all the time.
All right, well, that's our Wings and Boogie and Law Cow and Bowblax drama. We have other dramas to get to. And the more important stuff, okay? The real entertainers out here, okay? Law Cow ain't shit. That's the bottom of the barrel. You want to talk about real performers? We talk about fucking Vitaly, the pedo hunter / prankster. Okay, that's real talent. He's out there moving and shaking. Okay, you don't see Boogie out there fucking harassing police officers in the Philippines. Okay, you don't see Wings out there fucking catching any predators, because if they were just fucking cooped up with one at Fat Camp and could have did a whole episode there where they were capturing kid behind.
Well, and he can't get himself RICO'd, so
That's true. But yeah, no. So we got plenty of entertainment with Vitaly. We've got Kanye. We've got Elon. We've got it all, folks. But first, I want to thank all of you out there for tuning in. Okay, we appreciate you. This is halftime where I shout out our members, and I just tell all y'all out there, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the stream. Thanks for chatting it up in the chat. We appreciate all y'all. If you're lurking, we love that too. Anybody out there supporting the Clout route with your eyes and ears, we appreciate you. But when it comes to the shout out section of the show, those are our members, and these are those human beings. Pest being the first. He was also first in chat today. I saw you, Pest. Pest at the top, followed by Ivana Santini, Advent, Renula, renshouse.com, VDub, Headbug Inc., Andy Zucchini, Barbarella, K-Huck Cast, Kinda Cool Greg, Hash, Kangaloope, Hash, it wasn't a burp. That was the name, and then I burped. So not excuse me for Hash, but excuse me for the burp. Hash, Kangaloope, Rapid Danger, Kia Cat, and Sleek the Geek. We appreciate all of you guys, okay? Thank you for supporting us. It means the world. But, whether you're monetarily supporting us or just showing up with a thumbs up, we appreciate you, okay? Like I said, plenty to talk about in the second half, so we'll get to a bunch of that. Man, dude, I tell you what, Law Cow could just be such a different experience. Like, they need money and they need direction is what they need. Seriously. And that show could be very funny. Like, if they got picked, if they got picked up by like an actual TV station, like imagine like HBO picks up the Law Cows and they just did a show with the unlimited money and funds where they send them out. Like, they could do all kinds of shit with these two fat fuckers, like Wild Boys, except with these obese idiots. Like, imagine them fucking, send them to Africa and they're hanging out with lions and elephants and giraffes and shit. No, what I mean is that while I don't think that they're smart enough to come up with actual entertainment, anyone with some semblance of a personality, which they have, can make something entertaining like that if they're just pointed in the right direction. But Law Cow right now is not being pointed in the right direction. If you ask me, I think the rest of the universe, like is fine. It's a different kind of thing almost, because these are all smaller creators that are doing like actual podcasts and shit. The rest of the shows actually have to have shit to talk about and a fucking probably docs and like a frame of what they're going to do, or at least some sort of direction with the show. Like half the time it seems like beforehand, Keem's like, it would be really funny today. Let's, Boogie, you're going to cheat on your girlfriend. And then they roll with it. It's like the stupidest shit. They just don't ever follow through thinking at all, period.
I think you're giving them a lot of credit for suggesting they begin to think.
Yeah, but anyways, Kevin, and we'll let you entertain the folks. Maybe what are we gonna look at first here? I don't know. Maybe you can mull over the Vitaly and the Elon and the Kanye of it all. Maybe you can intro us into one of those stories. How about that?
All right. Can do and will do, gang. Now, you may get a little bit of everything as far as a preview for the second half. Let's start with Elon. It's the easiest one to do. Wouldn't you know it? He got trolled about as bad as I've ever seen a Just Gaming little Let's Play stream. I think the whole point was he was showing off how well Starlink works on his private jet so he could play Path of Exile 2. You remember the game that he somehow got a top 10 character on within a couple months of it being available? Well, you'll see the results yourself, but let's just say the tape doesn't lie. And it seems like we were all very correct that this guy has no idea how to play this game. But that's not even really the funniest part. It's one of the best parts for me personally. But as far as the rest of us go, it'll probably be the chat activity that we'll get the biggest kick out of. And speaking of kick, we will be seeing how a former knockoff Chris Hansen has now become a knockoff Johnny Somali. And what will the police of the Philippines have to do and say about one Mr. Vitaly who did enough in about 30 minutes to get him flirting with 30 years? Now, likely he's not going to see anywhere near that, but it's very bold to go to someone else's country and perform acts that have a maximum. Some of these potential allegations, some of these potential court cases are normally life in prison stuff in Philippines. Some of them can serve maximums up to 24 years. Again, this dude probably won't see all of that, but I imagine an example will be made of him. And he's already in a position where he's at right now is probably really bad, Danny, because they're what I will call like their tourist prison. The prison that they have for visitors is already at like 3 times its capacity. So he's crammed into a sardine box right now.
Well, think about how exactly. Like, think about how we treat these foreign people. We're sending half these motherfuckers to Guantanamo fucking Bay. So if I were to relate that to any other countries, I would imagine that a prison specifically for their visitors, their migrants, probably not as good as the regular old prison. And I wouldn't say that that's probably good to begin with.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Yep.
But here we go. The Philippine Star. Interesting. It's like they have their own gossip magazines in the Philippines.
Ooh.
Just like America. Russian YouTuber Vitaly Zadorovetsky,
Yep, nailed
who
it.
harassed and disrespected Filipinos while filming at Bonifacio Global City in Taguig.
Yeah.
Taguig was caught by officers in front of a hotel along Seaside Boulevard in Pasay City on Wednesday, based on a mission order from the Bureau of Immigration, according to CIDG Director Major General Nicholas Torr III. I mean, that's as official as it gets.
Whew.
So he is in custody. Okay. They have even weighed in on his punishment. And we will get to that. But first, I want to show you what kind of stuff was Vitaly up to in the Philippines. Is he deserving of all this criticism? Was he catching pedophiles over there?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we got to be fair and balanced and also objective.
Right. So let's see what he was up to.
Okay. Excuse me, madam. Sorry. I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away.
Okay. I hope you guys caught that. That might be a little loud, maybe.
Important to note, I have a little bit of background as someone who watched a lot more of this stream than I would have liked, but I wanted to get the full story. Right before this happens, his cameraman, who is not going to be facing treason charges, but will likely be an accessory to any crime that Vitaly is charged with. So there you go. This man would continue to update Vitaly on his live view count. And also, a lot of this behavior began once Vitaly was informed that he was on Kick's homepage. So, like an attention-starved and sugar-filled 13-year-old, he would, as soon as he was told more people were looking at him, he would aggravate and instigate the nearest person he could find. You would see that pattern. I'm sure we won't see all the clips, but almost everyone starts with him being told people are watching him. And so let me go fuck with a cop. Let me go fuck with a citizen. And all just the kind of stupid stuff. He burps on people, farts on people, tells people, touches people, and then says, sorry, I'm gay. Again, just like stuff that I haven't seen since like teenagers were teenagers in 2007. Like just the lowest level of humor.
Do you think this would be funny if it was wings?
I mean, for a lot of different reasons. I mean, just seeing Wings walk around this place and seeing people's sheer shock and awe at the size of him would be kind of funny. You know, it'd be like having a real live kaiju on the premises.
Haven't the people of the Philippines been through enough?
Dude, there's probably going to be some, like, what has it been? Japan, South Korea, the Philippines. I would not be surprised to start seeing some very strict streaming laws in other countries.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Like, this is going to impact, I mean, I don't have the money to travel to any of these places, so it's not really going to impact me directly, but this sucks for everybody because it's going to make tourism more difficult in all these places. Not that, I mean, I've said this before. You just don't fucking stream. Just go out and enjoy a place without streaming to your audience, you weirdos, you IRL streaming losers. I'm sorry. It's all a bunch of freaks for the most part. I'm sure there's probably one nice person who just walks around and gives you tours of cities who I have incidentally offended just now. I'm sorry. Casualty of war. IRL streamers suck. They need to stop. This guy is the worst of them.
I do have to admit, and I've always kind of thought this about Vitaly, is like he is more ballsy and like willing to just do the most heinous and be the most. I mean, like he does not care about other humans. I don't think he doesn't care about, like, first off, what he does to you or what he subjects you to. He doesn't care about that. But he also doesn't care about like how anyone is going to react to him at all. Like you would think as a normal human being, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, maybe I'm a beta in this whole thought process.
Lord help you if I am your gauge for what's normal for a human to do, but go on.
I might be a beta with this, but I would think most people go into another country would have some sort of like you either have you're in some kind of state of respect, you know. Oh, I'm in another country and these are I'm visiting here, so I'm going to be respectful of those around me and the culture and the country. So there's respect that most people would have, just a normal person. But I think even like less than that, you know, like some people just don't have any respect for anybody, whatever. But when you go to new places and stuff, especially overseas where laws can be different or things are just culture is different, you think you'd have some sort of anxiety about being like a nuisance or doing something you're not supposed to do in a foreign land, you know, like who knows what could happen to you, blah, blah, blah. All that like normal sense that a person would have. This motherfucker is either so coked out or he's just devoid of it. It's like he's like American Psycho streamer version.
Oh, yeah, that's too much credit, but I'm with you. Yeah, it's something like that.
But
maybe it's a brain injury.
It might be a brain injury.
Never formed that frontal lobe all the way.
He has a tumor. He really just has no regard for anyone else. And it's kind of like, if I were to give him anything, any kind of credit or any kind of compliment, it's kind of admiring is not the right word. I don't admire that trait, but I am like amazed by the way he just doesn't give a fuck. I really am.
It's incredible, and this is an example of his types of pivots. So he gets told he has a big audience, so he walks up to this lady, and I'll just let it play. But watch the quick pivots into how he tries to get out of this really stupid situation.
Yeah, we'll watch some of these and we'll talk about them as we go. So yeah, here is him and this poor old lady.
Excuse me, madam. Sorry. I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away.
I mean,
I want to give you money. No, okay, okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal fuck. Go get your vaccine. I was trying to give you money, but all right.
So, child, like, right? Like, tell me that is not the most like 7-8-year-old behavior. I want your attention. You won't give it to me. I threaten you, and then I walk away. And y'all, well, fuck you, you stupid liberal idiot. Fucking, I don't need you anyway. Like, that is a world-class cope right there that we just caught on a live stream. Like this, it's almost like somebody cut into his skull, Danny, like at the end of Saw 2, and they took out his entire brain, stem and all, and they got one of those high-powered sanding tools, and they just went to work on this bad boy until it is just a shiny orb that you ponder endlessly, like the gazing into the abyss. I think that's why his hat is the color blue that it is, because it's actually radiating orb that is sticking out. His incredibly smooth brain is just shining, illuminating through that thick skull.
It is, you know, like that would be alarming from anyone, you know, if you're just walking and somebody's like, hey, trying to get your attention. Hey. And then they're like, I'm going to fucking kill you in Minecraft or whatever. But
yeah, I'm going to rob you. Like, what?
I'm going to, if you don't fucking answer me, I'm going to kill you, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter what you look like, I guess. If I'm walking and you say that to me, then I'm going to be like, what the you're going to be like, what the fuck? But when you look like this hulking fucking nut job, red in the face, fucking sweaty, muscly dude, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you if you don't answer me, you know, whatever. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? I mean, he's lucky that lady didn't like sprint away from him, because that's just a little old lady too.
He should have got pepper sprayed. In America, he's pepper sprayed by that point, right? Like,
he should be. That'd be funny.
Madam, sorry. I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away.
And I mean that reaction.
And this is the point where your aunt from the southeastern region would have pulled that 22 out of her purse and say, "The fuck you say to me? Call an ambulance, but not for me." All right, that's what would have happened here in America, which is why I mean, there's something to be said. Again, culturally, we look at the shitheads who go and do this. They're not doing it in Russia. He says, I think at one point in the stream, he says, I wouldn't be doing this shit in Russia. They are going to places where people are known for being polite and being warm and maybe a little passive. And he's taking advantage of that. Also, he happens to be taller than all of them and larger than all of them.
Yeah.
And as you said, probably zooted. So, yeah, who wouldn't want to just avoid this man at all costs? Not to mention, there's a mouth-breathing idiot standing 3 feet from him with a camera. So also, most people don't want to be involved in that at all. I think Jade mentioned that at one point. When I go out in public, I'm not doing it to be filmed. And that is something that I do agree, no matter where you live, we should all have the right to just be able to go outside and not be harassed by some fucking idiot who just will do anything for attention because he couldn't get any at home. And now we all have to deal with it because your mother didn't love you. We all have to fucking deal with it. It becomes everybody's problem, Vitaly. Piece of shit. God, throw him under the damn jail for all I don't ever want to see him again.
I agree. Here, let's watch him do some more shit.
You. No, yeah.
Which, now that I think about it, because at first when I saw this, I'm like, what a fucking asshole, whatever. But they did do this kind of, I guess, in like a more, joking and I think eventually like nice way. Because like if you imagine back when Jackass was big and they went to Japan and he did his party boy on a lot of the cops. And he did the same thing where he like lifted their hat up and was like dancing around them or whatever. Kind of the same thing, a little more playful, a little less threatening in that circumstance, I feel like. Plus it was like 20 years ago or whatever, before everyone was a streamer streaming in, everywhere across the world kind of thing, where they expect people to be nut jobs. But I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to be is fair and balanced, as we usually are here on the Clout Route. And like, if you really think about it, it isn't much different than the Jackass thing, but the vibes are just different. The world's different. The circumstances surrounding it are all different, like, yeah, I don't think it's wholesome. I don't know if that's even the right word, but I just don't think it is as like playful, I think is the better word, as what they were doing back then.
So to add to that, Danny, back then, it still, there's still some of it that people would disagree with, or maybe you wouldn't want to have had happen to you because you're still getting pranked. But like they used to have candid camera, punked, all of that stuff. The difference is at some point, someone tells you this was a joke and we filmed it, and here's your waiver to sign. And if you don't sign it, your face gets blurred, whatever. These people don't have any of those opportunities. They are on a live stream whether they want to be or not. And this also is just a minor. This is just one of about half a dozen things he manages to do in a 30-minute span.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more menacing going on. You guys, if you haven't watched any of this, you might be thinking, wow, Kev's reaction a little strong based on this one clip. But that was actually towards the end. What we just saw was one of the last things he did on the stream after, stealing a cop's bike and just stealing multiple things from multiple businesses. So there's a lot of degeneracy here that I'm sure we'll still see some more of.
I was going to say, we've got a bit more. We'll let it play through now.
Here's your appearance, V. Yeah, come on. At least give him a cut.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Please.
Yes. No. What are you going to do? Hello. 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 Paparazzi, you are messing twice on a paparazzi.
So
what's happened to the top of his hat?
honestly, like, I guess it is a cultural thing, like you were saying, because I guess the only thing I can relate it to is cops here. Okay.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, there are some bitch made piglets here. Don't get me wrong. There are some fucking pussy cops that you could do the same, you could act the same way to, and they, you know, for a second, I think you could get away with this here. For a second. I think you meet the right cop, and for a second, you could kind of tease and bully them like this. But I think in America, like, it would not take very long for them to just fuck, they would tase your ass or pepper spray you, or they're gonna fucking beat you down somehow. Like, there's no way that you're acting like this for this long. It's definitely some kind of cultural difference, because yeah, I'm surprised that this guy isn't just whooping his ass.
Oh,
He
no.
literally is the law. Oh no, a camera mic. I mean, that's how he's acting too. He's kind of like covering his face or whatever. It's like, what? I don't know. I would be fucking arresting him.
He would be, yeah. In America, he'd be getting nightsticked while someone yells at him to stop resisting, even though he hadn't been resisting for several minutes at that point. Like, stop it!
I just
Chill
can't
out,
believe
dude.
that it really does show you the difference between some cultures. You know how here in America we'll just resort to violence very quickly.
Yeah, we got our population in line. All right, jeez.
Like here, you really do though. Like depending on who you are, you have to. You know, I would say people, you know, non-white people worry about it more. But any more recently, it doesn't matter what color you are or what nationality or what race or whatever you are. Any interaction with the cop could go south. You know what I mean? Like that's what I kind of expect anymore here, at least, is like any and every interaction you have with a cop could be bad at some point. It's not, I mean, like it could break bad at any point. So it is wild to see somebody fuck with a cop specifically, and he's just like,
it's nuts. This is the equivalent to watching again a teenage boy who's home alone for the weekend for the first time. He has no parental supervision, so he's just doing everything he could ever think that he's not allowed to do. And then at some point there will come the inevitable crash. I'm assuming it's happened to him at some point. It certainly didn't happen when he was originally in custody, because even after being arrested and trotting out in front of the state media, he still was cracking jokes, making hand gestures. So I wonder if any of it has sunk in for Vitaly yet. But so far, he seems to not be taking any of this seriously, which is crazy. Yes, it is the Philippines.
Razzi.
Like, why is he singing this too?
Why is he's gonna get sunburned from his hat like that?
Yeah, you're right. That doesn't do much for covering up your egg if you can just see through that hat there.
Dude, that's wild. Could you imagine how sunburned your head would get?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking about. Really, that's what we're really thinking about. But
yeah, I'm worried about that guy.
Here's some more. So we've actually got him getting arrested here. We can watch a little bit of that. If I bring this up here, the legal mindset. Vitaly's arrest footage for criminal activity in Manila. Very impressed at the speed at which this was handled, which will absolutely be a deterrent to other kick nuisance streamers thinking of coming to the Philippines. I do like how they've started this new verbiage, nuisance streamer. I like that because they are fucking nuisances. I mean, we can't say the R word anymore, so yeah, nuisance.
Nuisance
streamers.
Is good. Dipshit works, I think, too.
Dingus streamers.
Dingus, yeah.
But here is Vitaly getting arrested. Kind of cool.
You love to see it. Oh, at least he's got the cameras on him like he wanted, Danny.
Yeah, it's interesting too that he's made it this far. Like he's in cuffs and they're at the police station, right? I'm assuming. and they're still filming it on Kick.
Oh, yeah, I wonder. I didn't even think about that. I hope that's not still the Kick stream.
Isn't it though? Like, or else,
I assume
guess
this is
they
just
still filming.
somebody else filming it. Yeah, because all 4 of those guys had their phones out too at one point. And there's a ton of people filming it. So I mean, that would be hilarious if they and then that guy still gets charged with crimes. Like, dude, you were letting me stream in the police station.
Yeah, right.
How am I supposed to know? Harl says that Philippines actually nuts. Try to see being a drug addict over there. See how that goes. Well, yeah, from everything I've heard, this was not the place to do this. This is not South Korea. Which, to be honest, they should just if it were South Korea with Johnny Somali, they should just let him in that go through that little no zone they have and give him some hope. Say something like, "Oh, hey, if you find your way to China, they'll extradite you." They absolutely will not. They will not do that. But we can tell him. That'll be fun. Have him go the wrong direction and then right back where you started from, pal.
He's got a hop, skip, and jump to North Korea, and then maybe he can get somewhere from North Korea, like to Russia or something, and then maybe from Russia he can get somewhere else, and then finally make his way back to the United States. I could see that maybe.
Yeah, to me, that's a bold strategy.
That's Johnny Somali, baby.
I'm pretty sure Russia and China end up just sending those people to North Korea because most of the time their assumption is they're trying to escape North Korea. And they say, here you go, pal.
Here you go, pal. Well, that's Johnny Somali, though. Vitaly here in the Philippines. Harls is talking about all this trying to be a drug addict. So what is that? What are you talking about exactly, Harls? I'm kind of curious because, like, do you have any anecdotes or like, have you read a story or something to where something nuts happened to drug addicts over there? I guess I just don't know that lore. Philippines
so
lore.
It could just be for for example, what are deemed as petty crimes here have very strict penalties. For instance, one of his potential crimes, stealing someone's scooter, and it was a mall cop, I believe, a security guard. In 2016, that was made to a crime that has a maximum sentence of life in prison. If you steal someone's Vespa in the Philippines, you could spend your entire life in prison. So it could be something like that, where it's just much like our beloved Ronald Reagan, where we just slap some really, really over the top charges, caught with drugs and you're selling them. 20 years straight to jail. I assume it's probably something like that. If they crack down on fucking Vespas, dude, could you imagine what a drug dealer gets in that country?
I mean, Harls is saying there was spilled blood. So that, I mean, I wonder, he's probably fucking full of cocaine over there. So like if that has any factor in his sentencing, if they drug test his ass and they're like, dude, this guy's coming back like 89% cocaine in his blood.
Yeah, dude, this guy is done. Wow, dude. And as V-Dub said, they are throwing the book at him to set an example, which I don't disagree with. You know what?
I've got another link to pull up here. The verdict.
Dum dum.
Dun 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 dun.
Headbug, you better not even visit the Philippines with such a criminal record like that. Grand Theft Vespa. I mean,
so they sentence him here, and I don't think any of this is in English. But yeah, according to Yeet, Vitaly will not be deported from the Philippines and faces charges in the country. Let me play this a little bit.
Na chinarge
Just them
ipapile sa
sentencing him, but it's funny to look at him. Look at him.
na. At baka daw doon siya ay under custody.
He's doing like the whole
immigration as an undesirable alien.
What is this?
Ngayon, mag-uusap pa
What is this?
Bureau of Immigration.
you know what that is. Remember the church and the steeple? He's saying that this guy is very pusillanimous, or whatever that word was.
But what is he
He
doing?
doesn't
here?
know what words mean.
Did he just? Is he
Dude,
still
he's a child
goofing?
acting
Is he
out?
still
Yeah.
goofing? This
There's
is a goof.
camera. I think so, man. I think
This is a goof. He literally takes this dude's hat as a goof. It's like I was thinking maybe
I think it
it's
might
his
be his hat.
but he was holding it. But they're like, no, you can't have your hat.
You can't hold your hat, dude.
And this dude on the left, this dude on his on the left side here in the glasses that he takes the hat from, his whole look is like, dude, this guy is nuts. He's like side-eyeing him, like looking at the camera and stuff and looking at other people in the crowd. You can see where he's like, bro, this guy. He's like, seriously, this guy?
Hey, get this dude a fidget spinner, dude. He can't. Like literally, you're about to be put in jail for the next 2 decades, and you can't fucking stand still. You're playing with your hat. Like, get this dude a coloring book. Jesus Christ, pathetic.
Oh,
best of luck to you, Vitaly. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Oh, there it is. There's the real. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, for real. For real, that is a good still there.
Yep.
He's rethinking everything he's done up to this point. And what is the shirt? Is this BIWF? Is that something that I don't know what it means?
Big idiot who farts.
Yeah, something
literally
like that.
farted on a police officer. That's, I can't say that I've never been in a position where I might want to crop dust a police officer, okay? But you can't let those dark thoughts win, all right? You gotta not fart on other people when you're in your fucking 30s.
Really?
I feel so leafy right now where I'm like, this is a 30-year-old man.
Literally.
This is a full-grown, literally 35-year-old man.
Literally, this guy is 40 years old, okay? And he's still going around the Philippines. Dude, okay? He's literally stealing the cops' hats, okay? This man is literally 40 years old.
But it was funny.
Let's read some of this though, Ryan. Ryan Dawson here. Vitaly is cooked 2 to 3 years before he even has a hearing. So I can't validate any of this. I don't really know how you could. I don't even know where you get this information. So like, I guess take this with a grain of salt. Somebody knows, can read what's going on over there. I'm sure. I have no idea. But they say, Ryan Dawson says, 2 to 3 years before he has a hearing, 5-year minimum for each charge. And he has 5 charges so far.
Whoopsie.
So, I mean, if any of this is even a kind of true, 5-year minimal for 5 charges, he's looking at some years. Like, either way you slice it, I feel like he's got years of prison time coming his way.
It certainly seems that way. Even if you get some time off for good behavior, it feels like that's still creeping on double digits. Like you said, definitely some years.
Let's see. It says he's sitting in a jail with no AC in the Philippines. He's not allowed a cell phone other than to talk to an attorney. His cameraman is also facing prison. That should send a clear message to nuisance streamers who have been harassing Asia. Meanwhile, South Korea has the original goblin, Johnny Somali, under a travel ban. He pled guilty to 3 charges already, and he has 4 more coming, including sexually harassing children, 2 deepfake charges, and another obstruction of business charge. Now, I think the difference between Johnny Somali, like his situation right now, because he's still streaming and stuff sometimes, but I think they don't like hold them. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't hold them until their trial or whatever. He's pretty much free to do whatever he wants until he actually is like set, I guess. So Johnny Somali's still running around.
Well, we know the route he can take, just when you get north and turn left.
Let's see, what else does this say? Korea jails you after trial, which will be May 16th. So that's what I was talking about. He's allowed to leave his boyfriend's house, but he seems to get knocked out every other time he does, which is awesome and hilarious. It's like they hate him so much that they stream snipe him and wait for him to come out of the fucking building so they can knock his ass out. I mean, that's incredible. I love that. He has no idea how bad Korean jails are. We all hope he gets manual labor in jail. The deepfakes alone can get you 10 years each. Now, I don't know the story behind Johnny Somali and he was doing deepfakes. That's weird. That's a little different than like the public nuisance shit, but Ryan says, I gotta say, fuck these nuisance streamers and fuck Kick for enabling it. This is the only solution. If you deport them, they just go to another functional society and spread degeneracy. Jail for life. Now,
enabling it. They put it on their fucking homepage. They're promoting it.
I think somebody like Vitaly, you could say like, I mean, and I don't even know how old is the Johnny Somali guy. He just seems young, whatever. But I would say with most of these guys, if we're talking like an ISO Speed or a Johnny Somali or whatever, like nuisance streamers doing their thing. Ms. Kiff even was jumping on those trees in Japan or whatever, and he was getting shit for that, blah, blah, blah. I think that there's a certain, when they're kids these days are going to be kids. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for some reason, the thing to do, it was like ice bucket challenge when we were teenagers. Okay. But now it's like this nuisance streaming is the popular thing, whatever. I don't think that they should like ruin some kid's life because he goes and trolls somewhere else. But somebody like Vitaly, who's not a kid, long past the kid, has spent his entire career victimizing other people. You know what I'm saying? These kind of guys, this kind of person, throw the fucking book at this motherfucker, okay? I feel it totally 100%. Like the Johnny Somali thing, I think he deserves it at this point too. He's been given many chances. But Vitaly certainly has like, he knows better. He's old enough to know better. He's been doing it and knows what he can get away with, or at least tries to get away with more every time. It's like, it's about time. Fucking yeah, lock this guy up and throw away the key. I'm not sad about that.
Eat the key, eat it. Digest it.
V-Dub says, I gotta show this GIF from the court thing here. So here, let me show you this.
Oh, good God. I can't wait to see what this
is. A GIF. What do we got here?
I love that everybody just talks to the hand. And look at he's just like,
yeah, what is that? He looks like he's about to slap the guy or something. Like he raises his hand like he's gonna slap him, and they're just all like, "Fuck you, dude."
Dude, this is gonna be like a scene out of Daredevil. Or I won't spoil it for anybody who's behind, but listen, this guy Vitaly's gonna end up in the wrong section of the jail, and I bet it won't be an accident.
I mean, certainly fuck this guy, dude. I hope that he gets I hope they pursue all legal routes. Okay, put him in jail for good. I don't give a fuck. I mean, it honestly, not only is it one of these posts that we read said like it's finally time to like make an example of these motherfuckers so other people don't do it. And I think Vitaly is like the perfect person to do that too. He's just a guy that has been waiting for his punishment. He's been fucking with people so much for so long. Karma has been waiting to come back and bite that motherfucker in the ass. So if there's an example made of any of these streamers, definitely he deserves it. more than
Yeah,
that.
dude. If you find yourself dodging all of Karma's punches, chances are she's just loading up a big overhand right that's going to knock you on your ass for quite some time. And I agree with you, Danny. With guys like this, they're so dumb. You have to throw the book at them because they're not going to fucking read it. So your best bet is to just hit them over and over again in the head with the book in hopes that some of that information through the transitive property will just be absorbed into what is a very smooth and well-polished brain.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Should we talk about other polished brains before we get out of here? I think
Ooh, of course.
I think our coverage of the Epstein twins shouldn't take us very long. Okay. The Island Boys.
Let's wrap this up. No.
The Island Boys are back
there
at
it
it
is.
again. You don't get to leave, Kevin. You don't get to leave yet. You got to suffer too. No. So Kick had this weird promo thing going on. What was it called?
Harass foreigners for money. Is that what it's called?
No, Kevin. It's called brand risk. Brand risk is the Kick event here. Okay. So a brand risk. Kick is the place that brings together all of your favorite brand risks. Okay. All of them in one place. If they can't be sponsored by Capcom or Amazon or fucking, one of those, certainly steak.com will sponsor them.
Ooh, yeah, of course. You got to get the brand risk. I mean, that's a perfect name. That's exactly what you're doing every time you log into Kick. Just risking it all. You might, next thing you know, you might wake up 30K in debt because no one will send you your coffee pouches because you're on Kick being an idiot. It's bound to happen to you.
It's bound to happen. Okay. Island Boy says he was paid $6 million to kiss his brother. Okay. So the infamous, the lore behind the Island Boys, the Epstein twins, is that after their fame had faded away, they're second in the spotlight. They grasped at any straw or any, cock, I guess, that they could grab onto. And the closest one happened to be their twin brother.
I love this dude to the left of him who looks like he's seriously considering. He's like, you know what? This guy might be onto something, man. Like, I got a brother. Shit. Yeah, the Ritzler.
They pay me $6 million.
Shit. I guess they say everybody has a price.
But the story here was that once their clout had faded, they had to kiss and make love. Fake incest, I guess. Is it fake incest, Kevin? I don't know how much of a debate this is or what kind of conversation we're about to have, but if our brother and brother kisses immediately incest, let's start there. If you kiss your brother on the lips, your twin brother on the lips, is it incest? Or do you have to fuck?
No, I mean, I would say in our culture, in our American culture, it certainly is on the incest side, unless you are Tom Brady's son, which is he's rich enough apparently to kiss his children on the mouth.
Saw Tom Brady not only receive a kiss from his 10-year-old son or whatever on live television while he's getting a massage from a masseuse. Yeah, right. Thank you, Shadow. Okay. We not only saw him get a kiss from his son while he's getting a massage, his nipples are being rubbed on the table, and his son comes up and gives him a peck. And then he says, as he's walking away, "Hey, son, that kiss wasn't good enough. Come back here and give me another one."
I need it. I need more.
He plans another one. So if that's not incest, okay, then I can't say that. Well, okay, I agree. I agree it is. I'm calling Tom Brady and his relationship with his family incestual. But if you were to say that's not, okay, if you were to reason that was harmless, then I would have to say that the Island Boys kissing each other, also harmless, right? Ew, but harmless. But once they like bone each other, then we're talking different. So like, anyways, I guess my whole point of this debate is that do you think there's a lot of people that would kiss their brother for $6 million and it'd be fine? Like they rock with that?
Well, I know of dozens of people who would pretend to kiss their stepbrother for money online, and I don't think they're getting paid $6 million to do it. So yeah, I would think there's plenty of people walking this earth today that would do all kinds of degenerate stuff for $6 million. And these two would be high on my list of folks who would do that. But basically everyone at that table, honestly, if you have even created a Kick account, I assume that you would kiss your sibling for money.
Yeah, true.
And I'm sorry to paint with such a wide brush, but I refuse to pivot from that. No, that's how I feel.
All right, let's let him explain himself, okay? Why would you kiss your brother, okay? Why would you do it? Here we go.
Go together. What do you mean?
Why don't you gamble?
That's why I made $6 million off of that, but that's all right.
Hey.
Wait, you made $6 million off
Creators
kissing
and
your brother?
OnlyFans, yeah.
Hey,
Wait.
The fuck you think I'm gonna do that for free?
Wait, I have a question though.
3
Like,
seconds?
how you
6
feel when
million.
you do that though? I'm just
So he says, do you think I would do that for free? OnlyFans paid me $6 million.
That's not how that works.
Kiss my brother. Yeah, you're right. It isn't how this works, okay? Because he's like, it's weird how he's trying to explain his way out of it. The order of operations is first you did the incest. You kissed your brother, okay? You did that first. And then after you depraved yourself, after your brother and you did the most disgusting thing you could possibly do, then you got paid for it because people were buying to see your nastiness, okay? Is that OnlyFans paying them to do it? I mean, technically they're getting a check from OnlyFans eventually. But I don't think OnlyFans approached them and said, "Hey, you guys look like two brothers that we would love to see kiss each other."
It's like the 3 for 1. You know, how could that be profitable for Frito-Lay? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Somebody knows that movie reference. Yeah, how do you make the money back? That's not how sponsorship works. Oh, hey, you did the thing that went viral. Here's money for it. To not do it again. First of all, also OnlyFans is not paying anybody directly.
Right.
Why would they do that when they have people out there getting millions of dollars paid to them? I don't think any of them are Island Boys, but there are some celebrities who have cashed in their old job and now do OnlyFans. And I would bet that they have made millions of dollars. I don't know why there's so much free content on the internet, but we're not here to discuss the mental disorder that would cause you to pay for someone else's OnlyFans. We're here to discuss the fact that this guy did not get $6 million. I doubt he got a penny out of it. And if he did, it was certainly not from OnlyFans directly. It was because a couple of sickos subscribed to their OnlyFans. I couldn't even say that sentence. Hang on, I gotta mute. I gotta throw up a little bit.
Isn't it illegal? I thought that it was illegal. I thought that it was like not even. Am I wrong on this? Am I gonna get put on some list if I Google search I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it. But
it's legal in the states, you would think, you know.
Oh, right. In Alabama, you can fuck your brother or whatever. But like, they look like they're from Alabama. To be honest, I wouldn't doubt it. Sorry to all.
Roll Tide just getting demolished.
Sorry to all of our. I know I have personal friends from Alabama. Okay, but who made more on OnlyFans? See, that's the thing, V-Dub. I would venture to say that Bowblax didn't even do anything nearly as depraved as what the Island Boys did, but he certainly didn't make nearly as much money as they did either. I don't know how many. let's just say this. I mean, God, it's just so fucked up to even think about. I hate even thinking about any of this. Really, no one is paying for Harry Bowblax in like makeup or whatever. No one. But then I've got to make my brain work and be like, but there were people that were paying for the brothers to kiss themselves, to kiss each other. I mean, so like, poor Bowblax didn't get any money probably at all from his OnlyFans, where he dressed up like a girl or whatever and was all hairy and in makeup. But people definitely paid for these island boys to incest. So I don't know what that says about what does that say about the world? I don't know.
It says that kick is probably being used to launder money. That's what I think it says. That was a joke, okay? That was a joke. I don't know if that actually will stand up in court. Go ahead. Sue me, Kick. I have defamed thee.
Don't say that, Kevin. He's
Bring it
just
to Discovery,
kidding.
boys.
He's just
Prove
kidding.
it to
It's all
me.
in Minecraft.
Prove it to me that your books are clean. We'll see you in court.
But here is the actual drama, okay? That was just him saying, "Hey, OnlyFans paid me $6 million to kiss my brother. That's why I did it." You know, whatever.
Well, that was
It's
why.
like,
Mansley.
I guess if there are people that would fake being a pedophile or whatever for the Vitaly streams, like there are allegedly some people that were like actors and not necessarily actual pedophiles that got paid off to be in a torture stream.
Like a Tobias Funke situation.
I guess if somebody's willing to get paid to fake being a pedophile, then it's, you know, I venture that people will fake incest to get paid too. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's just, what does this world come to kind of shit?
Oh, it's the worst possible. We are on the darkest timeline. I don't know if it was for our show or if it just popped up on Twitter at one point. I think I remember hearing a story about like a mother-daughter OnlyFans tag team. So I'm not surprised by this shit. People are so weird, dude. It's so weird to me.
One of the Island Boys tried to squash beef with Charleston White after Charleston White called their baby the R word, but
Is that
it quickly
a euphemism?
took
like a double
another turn.
Squash some beef. Like and subscribe to watch me squash this beef.
Oh, I don't want to know what that means, but here is the Island Boy that just said that they may, or I don't know which one said. You can't tell the difference between these twins. One has a little more hair than the other. They both have the same squared off hairline. Ew, dude. I don't want to know any more of this incest shit. God damn it. But anyways, okay. Here is an Island Boy getting pissed at that Charleston White racist guy for calling their baby ugly.
Look at him.
Okay.
He can't even blink in
Okay.
the eye.
It's fine. It's okay. It's cool. I'm not gonna make fun of him because I'm gonna keep it professional with you.
I'm gonna make fun of you and your baby, nigga.
Hey, bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You receding hairline, bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. You wanna be a young nigga so.
So it escalates so quickly. It is so funny here that these guys are so bitch made too. It's like I honestly totally believe that they're kissing each other. They're so bitch made because he starts off and he's like, please, okay, I'm trying to squash the beef. I'm trying to be professional here. And the guy, he says one thing. He's like, I'm not playing with you. I don't give a fuck. And then immediately he's full tilt, fucking going crazy.
I'm trying to keep it professional. I'm not. Well, you know what? Fuck you too, then, you motherfucking son of a bitch.
It is so funny. Let's continue the meltdown here.
Sounds like me, honestly, during setup at a pay-per-view. I'm like, I'm a fucking professional. Yeah.
You know, and as much as like Charleston wants to say that the Island Boy's baby looks like an incest baby or whatever, which I mean, we'll look at the baby. You'll see what that looks like.
Oh, has he got a cone head?
But look at him. Look at this picture of him right there. I mean,
he kind of looks like their paternal, like he looks like their biological father, if I'm being honest with you. Like this dude looks like he visited the island at one point.
Yeah, he's Uncle Epstein.
That's crazy. Like, this is that mid-off tweet you see every once in a while where it's like, are there no mirrors in anybody's home?
That's right. You're right. Let's keep watching here.
Okay.
Crushing with you.
I'm gonna make fun of you and your baby, nigga.
Hey, bitch ass nigga, I'm gonna tell you this right now. You receding hairline, bitch ass nigga. Shut the fuck up. You wanna be a young nigga so bad. You wanna be a young nigga so bad. You wanna be a young nigga so bad. You're mad because you're gonna get your ass beat, fuck nigga. You're gonna get your ass beat. He's talking about my baby. Don't let him get you.
I don't know.
I love that too. He's like, dude. I mean, everybody else is like laughing, at his overreaction, and his brother's like, bro, don't let him get you. Don't let him get you. And he turns around and he's like, he made fun of my baby. So I guess, stand on your shit. Stand on your shit, island boy. Okay. Don't you dare let this man make fun of your fucking baby. Okay. Don't you dare let this man make fun of your baby. And you know what? While we say it, and here, one of the last things we'll look at today.
Ooh.
Don't you dare let this man make fun of your baby, okay? And they're going to bring it to blows, okay? They're going to squash the beef in the ring, bro. Okay? And I like this idea. I really do. But we'll see why. What is there a reason why the island boy gets so up in arms about his baby? His baby? It might be because the entire internet has taken jabs at his poor baby. I won't say anything at first. I'll let you take a look without my criticism. Okay. Let's check it out. Here is the island boy. Okay. All I gotta say is, okay, like babies are ugly. Can we start there? Okay. Sorry about you. Mothers out there, and I'll even admit I was probably a fucking alien looking baby. I came out way too big. I was a big old fat, like 10-pound baby, dude. I had to look like a fucking creature. Okay. I looked like a fucking mutant. And I'm sure Kevin, even though he is a beautiful and handsome man now, okay, as a baby, I'd be willing to bet that it was a little rough looking. Okay,
dude,
sorry,
I came
Kevin.
out purple. All right, I came out with that umbilical cord wrapped around my neck. Like,
right?
Apparently, I was not here for it. I was like, hell no, bro. I've done this life cycle deal before. I ain't having it. They were like smacking the shit out of me. Like, you better breathe, you motherfucker. You purple looking Thanos, plum looking eggplant size son of a bitch. And then next thing you know, I started crying because they were being mean, and they're like, well, good, he's breathing. But yeah, hideous baby, for the record. Everyone would tell you that except for my mother.
Exactly. I mean, that's how it goes, dude. Okay. The island boy just needs to think about it. Okay. Take a second, take a breath, think about it, dude. Okay. Everybody's baby is ugly. Okay. Everybody's baby is ugly when it's born. Okay. So your baby, might be a little frightening, might be a little alien. Might be a little, his eyes are a little spread apart, I mean, it's baby things, dude. Don't take it so personally, okay? All babies look like this. And especially when they're like, dad is doing incest on OnlyFans, you can kind of like, I don't know. You got to think about it a little bit, dude. Are you going to really get that offended? The baby looks damn near, I mean, you couldn't argue. This wouldn't go to Maury or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that baby looks too much like him to even argue. Having said that, like, he also should chill on getting so mad when, somebody says his baby looks so ugly. Dude, he's taking it too personally, okay?
I know. It's this kid looks like he's trying to phone home, okay? Just get over yourself.
Just it's all right, dude, okay? All babies are kind of ugly. Fine. Yours just happens to be like really ugly, dude.
Dumb, probably too. He's gonna be one of those parents who's just like, oh, Bubba took a shit today. Like, yes, babies do. They shit. Okay, not everything your baby does is some kind of grand achievement. All right, island boy dad.
Oh God. Yeah, I feel bad for that baby. That's for sure.
I do feel bad for the baby. Looks like a new little mermaid. Come on. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's let the clip play. Okay. They can say what they want, Chad.
I'm gonna fight the island boy. Yeah, I said.
No, you're gonna beat his ass. Is that real?
I said somebody's incest-looking baby, and it pissed him off.
I mean,
And
sorry.
so Aiden Ross them is yeah. He got the AI incest-looking baby. So Aiden.
Wow. I mean, I know a future pharaoh when I see one, and that kid definitely looks like he's part of the Egyptian royal family.
The AI incest baby. Like, honestly, that's some nail on the head type shit, dude. I really gotta say, because if you put in AI, like, make the Island Boys incest baby, it would spit out this image. Like, it would. This is what Grok would think the baby looks like.
See also what Grok would give you if you asked for the original photos of the Roswell incident. This would also be what came out.
Oh my God, dude. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they aren't the Epstein kids after all, and they're actually like Area 51, refugees. They've escaped.
Dude, there's our children. Yeah.
Oh God, dude. Seriously.
Count the fingers. It's a sign of incest.
I only see 3 fingers on that one hand, dude. Now, honestly, Headbug, the whole AI, when it comes to incest babies, it's kind of harder to determine whether it's an AI image or not, because some of those babies are missing fingers and other limbs, you never really know. You really got to have a discerning eye there to catch whether it's AI or not, because sometimes those incest babies are just naturally missing fingers.
Is that what that's called when they're that far apart? It's a discerning eye. It is a little concerning.
No, the third eye in the middle is the discerning eye.
Boy, look at the pineal gland on that kid. God damn.
That's right.
See around corners.
And so Aiden Ross them is he got the AI incest looking baby. So Aiden Ross them is setting the fight up. I have more detail, but it's supposed to be like in the next month. So I'm gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yes, guys, that's how we
gotta fight.
So he's gonna beat the shit out of the Island Boy. Now, the one thing I would say, to the Island Boys is that if you want to retaliate in any sort of way, all you have to do is like listen to the guy. Like, I just listened to the guy for 30 seconds of Charleston White talking, and like, if there are allegations lobbied against them about incest, I feel like you could return fire very, very easily. Like, I could barely understand like every other word that Charleston White was saying. And then we saw that fucking head of his, that fucking reverse Hassan head he's got going on. Like, if anybody's a product of incest, what do they say, Kevin? A fisherman always spots another fisherman.
That's right, Danny. That's right.
So, Charleston he might be able to spot an incest baby from a mile away.
Seems well versed.
So there you have it, folks. The Island Boys are about to get their ass kicked. I think that if it was both Island Boys versus Charleston White, they would still lose.
I agree.
So they're fucked, but
it's hard fighting your dad. And, I don't think either of them can pull the trigger.
Yeah, exactly. Do not retaliate and you will be rewarded. In the words of our God King. All right, folks. Well, we have been here for over the amount of time that we should be. That's how it goes sometimes. But we appreciate every minute that you've spent with us here today. Thank you so much.
That's right.
And we are going to look at chat and shout you all out.
Ooh.
I have to admit, dude, my allergies today. Oh my God. Apologies if you hear me slurping or grossed out by
It's
me.
brutal, man. I'm over here sniffling like Vitaly. You know, it's like,
I'm sorry, guys.
I can't breathe.
The weather here in Ohio, it is really like whiplash, dude. It's fucking one day it'll be freezing, the next day it'll be warm, and including my allergies will be fucked when that happens as well. Like when the weather shifts like that, not rapidly, but drastically, when it switches drastically like that, my allergies get fucked. I sneeze at the sight of the sun.
Just getting beat up out here, man. If you're in the shade, you need a winter coat. If you're out in the sun, you're good. It's just you gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Ohio, baby. Ohio.
Play that song, Bowling for Soup. Play us out with Ohio, Bowling for Soup.
See you at the county fair.
That's right. Let's look at chat. Past was first, but we have Headbug a close second. We are all Comment Cop. Sleek, I am Comment Cop. I think we're all Comment Cop here.
Oh, we are Legion. Got it. Expect us.
We are. That's right. VDub officially knows my full address, so I'm expecting a visit from him soon. Nice to see you, VDub.
Look out for those medians, brother. Look out.
Yeah, right. Maybe that was VDub. Maybe
that's what happened. Maybe it was somebody from across the pond, and they're like, "Well, this is the correct side of the street to drive on, isn't it?"
Maybe we figured it out.
We did it.
Hash was here. A little sleepy this morning, but nice to see you, Hash. Let's see. Harles was here, and Harles thinks it's a good morning. And you know what, Harles?
Ohio is a good morning, right?
Oh, Ohio, right. Harles. Ohio. What do they say?
Yes.
Konnichiwa, Ohio. I don't know anymore. That's
Buongiorno.
I used to know German cuss words, but I kind of forget. Fick dich.
Oh,
there you go. Fick dich, Charles.
Sounds pretty. Is it food? Like that sounds like something I'd order at a restaurant that's called Schneider's or something.
Yeah.
Fick
dich, Kevin.
Nice. So I should go that when I go to the bratwurst place and say that to him.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Shadow humor. Ever seen a fat squirrel?
Yeah, we just did. The one from Ice Age, right? Didn't we just see that?
Oh, right. Yeah, he was hiding a couple. That's why his head looked like that. He was hiding a couple nuts in there.
Couple of prehistoric acorns in there.
Okay, now it all makes sense. Thank you, Shadow. I think I said Sleek. Nice to see you, Sleek. As we scroll here, Kanga had fun at the dog training. That's
Let's
awesome.
go. Heck yeah.
She thinks that you should have a permit before filming, like in California. I mean, would that solve these problems overseas, you think? They're already breaking the law, right? So would they respect the law at that point either? I don't know.
Probably not. I mean, it would be a deterrent for some, but I think the most egregious among them would just still do it anyway, and that would just be another charge. But hey, if it sticks, why not? It's hard for me to be objective on that one because you'll never catch me live streaming out in public. So it's not like a right of like, oh, you're taking away my rights here. It's like, no, I don't know. You won't catch me arguing about it. Oh, man, people should be allowed to live stream in the mall and piss everybody off. Yeah, no. I'm good.
Yep, Feek Dish is in the chats, folks.
Ooh,
Feek Dish is in the chat. Okay. Cue the Doug music. Oh, it's bing, 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 bing.
That one.
That's the Doug music I like.
Whoops.
Ching chong, ching, ting, 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 tong. I better not, you know, that's probably controversial.
Yeah, better pivot to Killer Tofu
Stop
real
it.
quick.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for staying along with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We will be back next Sunday with our usual stream at 11 a.m. Eastern. I am in the midst of writing a script, and I might invite Kevin to film this coming week if that fits in our schedules. So look forward to a nice old video coming from us shortly. But until then, people, catch us on Twitter, catch us in the Discord. Kevin, what do you got going on?
You can look for us over on the Dweeb channel, but other than that, yeah, just be liked and subscribed. I will update you as I have some updates, but no, thank you all for hanging out with us again today, and we will see you real soon.
Later on, people. Take it easy and be sleazy. Yeah. You know what I mean.